Right, it's one more week of remote learning, then we can come back to school and do a bit. We're going to jump to percentages and money as our topic to start the term. It's an important topic because percentages are everywhere in real life and everybody needs monies to get through. All right, so that's going to be our focus. We're going to start pretty slow this week to make sure you guys have the basics, and then we can jump into some more challenging stuff when we're back at school. Okay, so the skills that you'll practice today really just finding simple percentages, which don't take a lot of calculating, and also just doing some estimating. To be able to do that, you'll have to know what a percentage is. You guys should already know what a percentage is. A percentage is a quantity that is out of 100, right? When we talk about percentages, when we talk about getting 50%, that means you got 50 out of 100, right? You got half because 50 is half of 100, right? Anytime we talk about a percentage, we're making something be out of 100, even if it wasn't before, right? It's just a way of comparing things that aren't out of 100 or out of different fractions, right? So you have a better idea of what they're about, right? So 19 out of 100 is 19%. Okay, so the main thing is you have to know that percentages are out of 100. Hopefully you knew that already. Right, so as I was just saying, percentages are really good at taking fractions that are different or things that are out of different amounts and then turning them into something we can understand better. So a question would be like, if you scored 68 out of 80 on your maths test, why don't you get 68%, right? We got 68 marks. Why isn't it 68%? And of course, the answer to that is that this test is not out of 100, right? To get 68%, yeah, you'd need to get 68 out of 100, right? That's why percentages are really good, because percentages take, say, a maths test, whether it's out of 10 or out of 20 or out of 80, and no matter what score you get on these, we can turn them into percentages, which are kind of scores that you understand, right? You know that high percentage is good and low percentage is bad, right? A score like this, 68 out of 80, is closer to 80% than 68%. Right, so being told you got 80% makes you feel good, right? So percentages are just useful for comparing things that have different kind of fractions beneath them. All right, so to get started today, you'll have to know that a whole thing is 100%, and we can break a whole into smaller parts, right? So I've broken myself down, right? I'm 30% numbers, 10% words, 50% funnies, and 10% sarcasm. And probably those last two are probably around the wrong way. But essentially, all I've done is I've taken a whole thing, which is me, myself, and I've broken myself down into um, my composition, right? My 100%. All right, so your roll call for today, all right, to mark yourself present, to be marked present in the Google Classroom where this work is. You need to post your own composition. So you have to put down what you're made of, okay? You can have up to 5 traits. All right, I had 4 in this case. All right, so my 4 things, my 30%, 10%, 50, and 10, these 4 things add up to 100%. So you've got to choose the 5 things that make up you, right? So you could be funny or sleepy or made of tacos or something else. I don't know, but you've got to choose the 5 things that make you add up to 100%. And you've got to post those things in the Google Classroom, right? That's how you get marked present today, because you'll have seen this video and you'll have done it. All right, so your first activity before you get to your classwork will be to just choose 5 attributes that make you and make them add up to 100%. And then the actual questions you'll be answering today aren't too tricky, and it's because we know that everything adds up to 100%. All right, this is all just testing your understanding of this fact that a whole is 100%, that things add up to 100%, and then we can work with that fact, right? So if somebody makes you a drink, they put 17% cordial in, a good ratio, then they spit in it, right? So there's 3% saliva in it. What percentage is water? You'll get this right because you know that everything has to add up to 100%. All right, so it's just starting with 100%, take out the cordial, take out the spit, and you're left with 80% water, all right? With the next one, Mr. Bray ran for Prime Minister. He got 0.1% of the vote. What percentage voted for the other guy? Again, 100% is our entire population. So we take away the 0.1 that voted for Mr. Bray, and we are left with 99.9%. Okay, so for the most part, this is a composition activity. Things have to add up to 100%. They'll give you a bunch of stuff. take it away from 100 and get the answer. All right, there's some other estimating questions in there, but you shouldn't need much help with them. Right, so pretty general introduction to percentages today, but you got to know they're out of 100. Right, so once you've done your first job, which is to get marked present, right, make yourself add up to 100%. Then you can complete questions like this in your worksheet and call it a day.